but I've lost body fat. And so that is exciting, and I've lost inches, and I'm waiting for that fat whoosh. Thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get those babies, ladies. I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty. Good morning, fertility fam. How are you? Happy Friday. Today is Friday, October 5th. I think that's right. If not, I'll change it here. I'm out at the pier. I made it to Harlem Pier. Today is my longer day of exercise. I'm going to do this, an hour and a half of cardio, and then I will tonight do my, I think it's Brooke Burke video on exercise. I'm going to hear from the nephrologist today, so hopefully that's all good news. I'm expecting it to be good news based on him, you know, his statements that I was already above average, my blood pressure was above average, cholesterol, yada, yada, yada. So we'll just get down in the details of my Bune creatinine and my detailed metabolic analysis. So I'm excited about that. What are you guys doing? I hope that you're out being good to yourself. Tomorrow is weigh-in day for me. Let's just take a look at all of that. Isn't that gorgeous? 360 degrees of fabulous. All right, I'll talk to you later. How are you? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. The blood test for the kidneys, the creatinine, completely normal, even though you have one kidney.
Awesome.
Protein in your urine, completely normal, so no stress with the increased protein like we talked about. Cholesterol looks great for the afternoon. Vitamin D is at goal. Electrolyte, liver nutrition, all perfect.
Oh, awesome.
How about I wish you a good weekend and I'll see you in a year.
Thank you. You have a great weekend as well. Okay. Bye. All right, that was the doctor. You guys heard it. Everything is fabulous. This is Cheyenne. We are passing a siren apparently. We're headed to the subway. So that was the doctor. He called me early. He said 11:30, I thought, or 1:30, but that's fine. I was actually meant to be in a town hall right now, except one of our employees unfortunately passed away yesterday, so we canceled it, but you know, my prayers are with his family. All right, so that was great. It looks like my one kidney is doing the damn thing, and that's a green light to go forward. We are all a go-go. What? Oh my God. Honey, you're fully clothed. Where is it gonna get you? Okay, Cheyenne is super dramatic right now. There's a bee and she's about to knock me down the stairs, because that is less harmful than possibly getting stung. Alright, Shy. Oh no, I want to talk to you. So, the doctor has come back with all clear for the one kidney. How does that make you feel?
How does that make me feel?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. I mean, now you get to move forward, and you got the green light, so that's amazing.
Yes, I feel better. Oh my God. Are you photobombing yourself? So yeah, all good to go. I will call Dr. McConnell's nurse and let her know, Nurse Katrina, that we are all a go-go. So that is it. I was meant to do the blood work today, and I told you guys I was thinking about going ahead and canceling it no matter what they said, or not canceling it, but pushing it back. So that seemed to be the best thing, especially after I played back the voicemail where Katrina had said they wanted to give me another cycle off because they biopsied me. Like, I don't know if that means they were digging deeper or just whatever. I needed more time to heal, and so I think that's just best, so that when we get to transfer, I'm in the best possible state. And then I was talking to Butterfly Poet last night, and she had put up a video about her RE explaining why a frozen transfer had a higher success rate than a fresh. And so I talked to her a little bit more about that. And so basically, if you haven't seen her video, but I will link it over here so that you can watch it. basically the high level egg retrieval cycle is just focused on the ovaries and retrieving eggs. The transfer cycle should be about the uterus and prepping the endometrium lining. And so those are two different protocols. And to optimize that, you do them separately. It's the subway, you gotta love it. Anyway, to optimize that, you do it separately. So I'm thinking it's better to do a separate cycle anyway, but I gotta talk to my RE about my specifics. And then that just gives me, that would be 2 cycles of my uterus resting, which hopefully would get me a nice snuggly place for my bean to land and hang out for 10 months. All right, ladies, I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye. Hey, fertility fam. How are you? I'm in the middle of dinner. I hope you are doing well. I'm having something healthy. I'm having salmon. It's wild caught salmon, Soho salmon. I did more of those zucchini noodles that Tanika TTC put me onto. I sauteed it with spinach and tomato, and then I put a little bit of white balsamic vinegar on top, and then I roasted these vegetables. I grilled the salmon, I roasted broccoli and cauliflower. So it's all very good, and I'm having a little bit of kombucha. It's cayenne and lemon kombucha. It's got bubbles. I'm not having alcohol. That's why I'm drinking it out of a champagne flute. Not that I need a reason. I have flutes. I love life. I should be able to enjoy as I see fit. I always remember when I was little, my grandmother would not use the china. She was always waiting. This is turning into a mukbang. She was always waiting for a special occasion or for people to come over. So we hardly ever used it. And I think because she didn't want to break it. But I'm like, you buy it so that you can use it. I don't ever want to, and I'm not judging her, that's the era she grew up in. Like, you have people over, it's formal. Let's face it, I don't have that many people over. I want to enjoy my things, and so I'm not going to wait for special occasions. It's funny because when I moved into this apartment, I went out and bought myself china. I know most people wait until they're married, but I'm probably never getting married. It's not on my goal list. So I was like, I want china. I want to adult a little bit. So I went out and bought china and stemware, nice stemware. So I'm going to enjoy it all by myself. This is super yummy. Okay. I'm gonna finish this because, as you know, I have an eating window. I will say though, one of the great things that I'm loving about intermittent fasting is it forces me to think about food. Before, I was eating really late and really poorly because it was the last thing on my mind. I was eating at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I was just finding stuff in the fridge, and let's be honest, I was doing a lot of takeout, which is why I think I saw like such a great reduction that very first week when I was just doing the apple cider vinegar. I think there was a lot of inflammation, and apple cider vinegar helped push it all down because I had been eating so much processed food. Even when you're eating healthy food from takeout, it's still processed. It's just, it has to be in order to stand up to like all the handling and the containers and to still look edible. It just is. And so eating at home has been so nice, and it's been like a nice little treat to cook for myself, if that makes sense. Like I added the tomato and the spinach because I like color and I wanted texture, so I've been roasting my vegetables. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to make it beautiful because we eat with our eyes, and tasty and nutritious, and I'm doing all that for myself, and it feels good. Like, I'm not waiting for company to come over to have a good meal or to use my utensils and china and stemware. Like, it feels good to take care of myself, and I think that's prepping me. Like, the baby is teaching me a lesson. Like, mommy, take good care of yourself, because when I get here, it's gonna be all about me. I need you in good shape. So, son, I'm listening. I'm claiming you as a boy. I'm listening. Mommy is taking good care of herself, and she is looking forward to meeting you. I will be back in a minute. Let me finish this, and I want to just do a recap on the goals based on what the nephrologist said this morning. So, I'll see you in a second. I'm full. I have my food, baby. Let's see. I can see that without my glasses. Let's do that. All right. If you are new here, because there are about 500 new people since I set up these goals, I'm going to put the original goal video right here for you. So click on that and you'll get all up to speed. Let's just dig into these though. High level, top 3 goals: lose weight, improve egg quality, get pregnant. Pretty straightforward, right? So, and these are SMART goals, which you'll see in that video. The SMART is an acronym. S stands for specific and M stands for measurable. So each of them has some way to measure them. The getting pregnant, it's by December 31st. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. BFP is how we measure that. Big freaking positive. Improve egg quality. So it was about 3 months from when I made this. And so I've just given myself another 4 weeks because I did not start my estrogen today, estrogen priming. So we will start on the 21st day of next cycle, cycle day 21. And then lose weight. I've been killing it in this category. I haven't lost weight per se, but I've lost body fat. And so that is exciting. And I've lost inches and I'm waiting for that fat whoosh. Have you guys heard of that? Where just kind of the pounds drop off. I'm putting in the work. I'm seeing the results, at least in the pictures, as far as like I'm getting thinner. I am technically overweight though. My BMI when I started this was like 26 and it is currently 25.1, which is yay. And I started on September 8th and today is the 5th of October. So that's pretty good. And once I get below 25, I will be considered normal. And my ideal is 22, which is here because 22 has the greatest success rate of healthy pregnancies from IVI. Based on healthy pregnancies for IVF based on the data that we have. Will the clinic let me go through IVF with a higher BMI? Absolutely. Are they paying for it? No. So since I'm paying for it and I have one shot, I want to set myself up for success, and so that's where this goal came from. I have decreased my caloric intake and how. I didn't realize how many calories I was eating. Follow me over on MyFitnessPal. There's a group there, Simply Tanika group. I was like eating about 2,500, definitely over 2,000 calories a day. Now I'm at 1,083 calories a day. Food tracking is important. I've increased my nutrient density. I'm doing intermittent fasting, so it's interesting, like I was saying about the timing and taking care of myself and making that a priority. But I'm also doing things like green smoothie. This has got avocado, it's got spinach, it's got royal jelly, collagen, protein, blueberries. That's all I can think of. Oh, and a little bit of pomegranate arrows. So good stuff. Developed exercise plan. I've got that. I haven't done the colonic. I said I was going to do that. That's still TBD. I will do it as I get closer to taking the meds. I want to just flush everything out of my system. So maybe cycle day 21 of next month when I start the priming, or maybe a little bit before I start the priming. Yoga 2 times a week. I'm getting there. I've been doing restorative on a weekly basis and some home yoga. I would actually like to get out to the studio and do some Kundalini yoga. It's nice to be there with the gong and all of that, but I'm making progress toward that. So all this is, I'm going hiking tomorrow. So hiking, morning walk, I've been killing it on the morning walks. I know a lot of you guys are following me over on Instagram. If you're not, what are you waiting for? I'm over there at simply.tanika. And I do morning stories and motivational stuff to like get you going. Helps keep me accountable to you guys. So if I'm not posting for 3 or 4 days, somebody DM me and be like, hey girl, what's happening? So increase my water intake. I've done that. I mentioned that in yesterday's video or Tuesday's video. The nephrologist said 3 liters a day is good. So I've dialed back on that. I was trying to do like 3 or 4. He said 3 is good. And I'm also making sure that I get my electrolytes every day, because when you have too much water, you're flushing out things, right? Which is good and bad. We want to flush out the fat. We want to keep the good stuff in there or replace it if we flush it out. Okay, so that's all pretty good. Water filtration for home, I got that. And the goal was to ramp up so that I can sustain and maintain this lose weight goal. Increase my sleep. I could be better. I'm about, it says current about 5. I'm still about 5, maybe 5.5, it depends. The YouTube world is tricky. So I have stopped recording, vlogging every single day, and I think I'm doing like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I'm doing augmented videos where like I can record them on the weekend. That will help me get my sleep, so we'll see. Egg quality, so I revamped my supplements. I went and got my blood work done as part of this to support that, and I revamped my supplements. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. There are some supplements that are scientifically, clinically proven to help improve your IVF success rates, and so I made a video about it. I'll add it here. I definitely recommend that you check it out. It's some pretty good stuff. I mean, hard data, double-blind study, not, you know, Grandma Edna heard it in 1962 and that's how her great-grandmother got pregnant, like hard facts. supplements. So I revamped my supplements based on my blood work and the data that I read about. I defined my detox plan. So remember that 1 week I started off with the apple cider vinegar. That is how I kicked off. That was the jump off for the weight loss program. Got rid of a lot of inflammation. It was very fun. If you haven't seen that video, it's gonna be where? Right here. So I did that detox. I did it for a week. Nutrients, so we talked about superfoods. I've got a lot of superfoods in here. I'm doing my morning meal with superfoods. I've got chia seeds in there, goji berries, which are superfoods. So, and then I add like blueberries and raspberries. Blueberries are also superfoods. So alcohol, I've been good. The last 30 days, I haven't had any alcohol. Before that, 1 day at a time though, right? I've reduced my sugar. I think it was originally, so I redefined it to clarify. Added sugar and fruit juice is what I reduced. So if it has natural sugar, like if it's a raspberry, I'm going to have it. Raspberry has lower sugar content than a cherry. And so I do lower sugar content fruit like raspberries and blueberries and strawberries. Strawberries is the highest of those three, but they're super yummy and not as high as cherries. So just being mindful of like what I put in my body and taking care of myself, making a nice home for my future baby. Okay. Acupuncture, I've got to get back to that. Meditation, I could be better about that. Fertility massage, I did do that this cycle. I will do it again when the next cycle happens. If you've not done fertility massage before, they are not meant to be done after ovulation. And so they're not meant to be done while you're actually actively in menses, like bleeding. So you do that afterwards. But I did make a video about fertility massages, so I will put that for you here. This is like one-stop shop for get a girl knocked up, right? Okay, so get pregnant. I met with the RE, met with the nephrologist, got my nephrologist paperwork back. You guys heard the phone call this morning. I don't need to review any treatment plan from the nephrologist with the RE because he said we were good. So we got the input from the RE. We no longer, we got the input from the nephrologist. We no longer need the input from the RE. And what risk am I willing to assume? There aren't any, so we're good. He said, it's just like I have 2 kidneys. He said I'm above average, so go 1 kidney. Save money, I've been doing that. I've been making my meals, which is helpful in 2 ways. I know exactly what's going into my body. I know how many calories, I know how it was prepared, and I know what the nutrients are in there. And it costs less money than trying to find a place to eat every day at work. And I did identify revenue opportunities. I have done that, and I've started working on that. Like Sunday, that's my paper route day where I figure out like how can I make more money. Scheduled saline sonogram, which was the ASHG. Did that, came back, had polyps, had the polyp removed. They sent it out for biopsy, came back fine. So I'm good to go. Doctors recommended that I take a break this cycle, so I'm listening to what she has recommended and going with that flow. And so next cycle, uterus is good, and we are ready to retrieve some eggs. So we can do what? We should say, let's get those eggies, right? Anyway, okay, so that's it. I think I'm extremely happy. That was the last major hurdle, the nephrologist in our getting pregnant protocol, if you will. So that's where I am. I'm super proud of myself. I'm so glad that I did these goals. I feel amazing. I'm getting compliments on how well I look. My skin is clear. My waist is snatched. My mind is clearer. So I am super psyched about moving forward. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm scared shitless about all these needles. Butterfly poet, you did not help with that long needle, sis. But I'm bad to the bone, so I will get it done. All right, ladies, I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Let's take the shame out of infertility. Until next time, goodbye. Baby, that's to you all.